Welcome back to Archer's World of Literature, guys. Today we're going to be jumping into my January TBR, so all the books I'm trying to get through in January. I have learnt from my previous TBR video, the one I did for December, to not overestimate myself as much. Life got in the way in December. I didn't get to go through the majority of the books I put on that TBR. I think I aimed for the stars a little bit too high. So I have humbled myself down a little bit with this list. But I'm slowly starting to sort of get a groove for how many books and with the sizes and how much I'm actually reading per month. Because I think the reason I put so many on the previous video was because I was kind of used to reading a lot of like short to medium sized books. And then I wasn't really including like, oh, you're doing A Song of Ice and Fire book, you're doing a Robin Hobb book. You kind of need to maybe put that take that into account and maybe kind of do it a little differently. But nonetheless, I've got some really, really cool books on this list today, and I can't wait to share them all with you. So to start off with, my first book that I've got, I mentioned it in the previous video, the monthly chapter for December. I have started it. I'm about 50% of the way through, and that is Patrick Süskind's Perfume, the Story of a Murderer. It's amazing. The writing style's super good. I'm going to briefly explain it again. Kid's got an amazing sense of smell, and then he wants to capture the scent of a young virgin. That's essentially the story. He thinks that that's like the only smell that really can't be captured that easily, and he's just like, wow, that smells great. I don't know, it's bloody weird, but that's the story. I mentioned in the previous video that Süskind sounded kind of Norse or whatever, and the translation, I wasn't sure if it was written in English or, like Danish or anything like that. But at the front of the book, it says that this was from 1985, I believe, and it was translated from German. So apparently he's a German author, so that's awesome. So I'm loving my time here. I'm going to be finishing that off within the next couple of days. After that, I'm going to be jumping into... You're going to see this and be like, oh, but you said you were going to read that last one. And I was like, yeah, well, that's why I explained myself at the start of the video, because I made a mistake. I made a bit of a doozy. I'm going to be jumping into the second book of the Farseer trilogy, Royal Assassin by Miss Robin Hobb. Can't wait to see where Fitz and everyone from Bucktown is getting up to in the second installment of the Farseer trilogy. I really, really enjoyed the first book, and I'm super excited to get through that. This one is not as big as the final book, but it's still pretty hefty. This is, about 630 pages. But can I just take another moment? I know I've said it before, but these covers with the gold indents, man, I'm telling you, these Harper Voyager covers are just stunning. The lighting's not going to show it really all that well, but they're just absolutely gorgeous. Cannot wait to get through that. Like, I really just want to see where, because a lot of people have said that, Farseer trilogy is great, but, the other series are just even better. So I really can't wait to see where she goes with this whole realm of the Elderlings and how this entire world is going to start slowly getting brought together around, the Elderlings and all that. So I cannot wait to do that after Perfume. Next up, I'm going to be reading the notorious Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. Wanting to read this for a long time. I know a couple of people that have read it recently, and I just need to jump on that train. This is a banned book. It was a banned book. Apparently, it wasn't in press for a long time when it was in release due to its sexual nature and very, very graphic sexual nature at that. Because it was first published in 1928, so it got published, then it got taken away, and then when they finally let it be republished, apparently everyone was reading it. So I want to see what all the fuss is about. I guess it's sort of like the 20th century 50 Shades of Grey, so it could be a bit of fun. We'll see how we go. And then after that, I actually have On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. Now, I don't have a physical copy of that yet. I'm going to be picking that up sometime during this month. After I finish Lady Chatterley's Lover, I'll grab that. That is part of my 12 Books, 12 Friends series. And it's the first one to kick the year off. It's basically where I get some of my friends, some people I know in real life who like reading, I get them to give me their favorite book or one of their favorite books, and I read it one a month during 2023. So the first one is Clarisse's pick, They do, writing and poetry and stuff, so I'll link them in the description again as well. And also you can check out the original video describing the other books I'm going to read somewhere up here. Really enjoyed making that video, and I can't wait to see where this goes. Understanding my friends and understanding people through the literature that they choose to read and choose to get themselves into is the goal of this series, or this little year-long video that I'm trying to make. So I can't wait to get into that. Apparently it's like letters from like a deaf son to his mother or something like that. I could be completely wrong because I read the description a while ago, and again, haven't read it. But yeah, it's a little bit of a shorter one, but I have heard it's very beautiful. So I can't wait to get into that after Lady Chatterley's Lover. And then to wrap up the month, not sure if I'm going to finish it before the 30th or the 31st. I'm not sure what January is. Yeah. Or if it'll bleed slightly into February. But I'm so excited to get back to this man. He's one of my favorite authors of all time, and that is Haruki Murakami, Kafka on the Shore. So this is a guy who runs away at the home of 15 under the shadow of his father's dark prophecy. There's a tracker of lost cats. Cats converse with people, fish tumble from the sky, a ghost-like pimp deploys a Hegel-spouting girl of the night, a forest harbours soldiers apparently unaged since World War II. Savage killing, the identity of both victim and killer is a riddle, one of many which combine to create an elegant and dreamlike masterpiece. So that just sounds like the epitome of Murakami's magic realism sort of writing style, and that's what I love him for. I love how he writes his characters, and I love how he writes youth, and how younger people think, and really puts a really strong focus on the human condition and what makes people mature or change, right? What makes people mature, change, and change for the good or for the worse. And I love that he's not afraid to shy away from those negative things, like what happens when things go really, really wrong. So I can't wait to get to that. I love this guy. He just writes about cats, coffee, books, classical music, and stuff jazz, just all these amazing things that I love personally in real life. So that's why I really like his books. So that's Murakami, Kafka on the Shore. So yeah, that's all the books I'm planning on getting through in my January TBR. I know it's a bit shorter, a bit more humbling than the last one. The last one I had I think I had 8 books, which is not not normal, but most of them were this big. So I don't know what I was trying to do there, but yeah, I've learned from my mistakes, and that is what I'm slowly trying to get better at. If you look at the list, if you look at the physical books I've got here, and there is the Ocean Vuong one that I haven't actually picked up, most of them are they're pretty chunky. Perfume's small, Lady Chatterley's Lovers sort of just before medium kind of small, if that makes sense. Then Kafka on the Shore and Royal Assassin are kind of the big ones here. The Ocean Vuong one is quite small. However, I've only picked 4 of these, 4 or 5, including the other one. So I think I should be able to do this. But yeah, I'm learning, guys. So if I don't end up finishing one of these, I will adjust that in the February TBR video. So I'm hoping I can slowly get better at that. But I think I should be able to do it. Like I said, in December, a lot of things happened. We had New Year's, we had Christmas, all that. There were a couple of days when I was recovering from parties and stuff like that where I didn't read at all and stuff. So I think that kind of got in the way. January, not really all that much going on. So I'm going to be having a strong reading month, and I can't wait to get through all those. So that's about it. If this video is a little bit shorter, that's just how it is. I'm going to be doing a review on Perfume, I believe, sometime this month shortly, because I'm really enjoying it. And if it's classic and I enjoy it, I'll do a review on it. Royal Assassin review will probably come out with some light spoilers because it is the second book in a trilogy. Lady Chatterley's Lover, I've got a strong feeling I like it because I think banned books always have something really great to take out of them. Be a review coming out on that. Murakami, I'm still trying to work out whether I'll do reviews on it because it is sort of literary contemporary, and this channel is fantasy classic. So while he is one of my favorite authors, I'm trying to work that out. I think I probably will because I want to get more people to read him. If I can get one more person to read a Murakami book, I'll be a happy man. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Archer from Archer's World of Literature. Thank you for all the support. The continued support means the world. I love this community. I love all you guys. So as I always like to say, keep reading and peace out. Actually, before I say that, just came to mind. Let me know what you're reading in January. Give me your TBRs because I want to hear what you're reading. I can always use more things to add to my TBRs, right? It's never ending. It's never going to end anyway, so don't feel bad. Drop what you're going to read. Drop what you're currently reading as well. I'd love to hear all about it. So now I'll hit you with the keep reading, and peace out.